All right, YouTubers, here we go. I am getting ready to pull into the farm. It is the end of the 2023 bow season. I've got 1 month left. We're getting ready to hit January here. Pulling into the family farm. I'm getting ready to prep a spot because my goal is to do a woods to table whitetail bow hunt for you guys. So I'm gonna try to harvest a deer, even if it's a doe. I'm gonna try to kill an adult doe or a nice buck. I don't want to kill anything immature, but we're gonna try to put this together for you, woods to table. I'm gonna show you how it's done to sustain yourself as a woodsman or a wannabe woodsman like me. I'm gonna try to take you along this journey from harvest to a nice meal. So I hope you enjoy this. All right, the first things first. We don't live in an area where there's a lot of agriculture. I hunt up north sometimes with a good friend of mine. Tons of agriculture, corn, soybeans, everything. We are in brush country. This is the southern tip of Ohio. There's just not a lot of agriculture in our area. So especially in the late season when our food plots are depleted, we usually try to do a couple acres of food plots. We have about 130 acres of hunting property, but we have to superimpose the food. It's just all there is to it. I don't particularly like hunting over bait, but late in the season with a compound bow, it's still a huge challenge to get drawn on a mature animal, even if we can get them in. So I'm going to show you how to play the wind and how to do this Lawrence County style if you're trying to bow kill a deer in January. To the woods because the buck I'm showing you right now, I'll put it up on the screen here, just showed up at my tree stand this morning at 9:50 something. I've never seen this deer before. It's a really nice 8-point, got some good mass. It's Sunday evening, it's like January 5th or 6th, and it's cold, it's windy, it's rainy, and I just am going to take my chances that I can go get this guy on the ground this evening with my bow. It's muzzleloader season, and so I'll have that to contend with, but I don't think we've got a lot of pressure around our farm right now with the muzzleloaders, with the gun hunters, so I'm hoping he's unbothered enough that he'll come in there in the daylight again. He came in the daylight earlier today. I'm just hoping he pays a visit back to this bait site there before dark, so let's see how this goes. Here we go. It's the moment of truth. Let's see if we can get after this guy. Here at the family farm, it's muzzleloader season, so I got some orange on, but I'm not getting done with the firearm. I'm not getting it done with the firearm this evening. I'm gonna try it with the bow. So let's see if we can get this big 8 on the ground. Perfect conditions to try to get a good buck killed right here tonight, so bear with me and let's see what we can do. So obviously I'm journaling my activities here. I'm back down at the farmhouse. You got to see what just happened. I did not get it on video because, as big bucks often do, they don't follow the script. So I'm sitting there after that little 1.5-year-old buck, really nice 1.5-year-old buck, came and fed and went out into the field. 20 minutes later, I look down and here comes the big one that I'm after. And he comes walking right up. He hangs up. I've got the wind perfectly in my favor. This deer could not smell me, no way. But he just knew something was up, just like those big 4- and 5-year-old deer will do. It's a different species. It's not the same species as a regular white-tailed deer. Those trophy bucks, they just have that sixth sense where they know something's up, and he knew something was up. It's not on the video. You can only see him in the corner of the video because I was planning on him to come to the corn, but he hung up at 25 yards facing me, and then he started the head game. You know, I don't know if he knew that the tree stand was there. I mean, you don't want to think that deer, I don't know that deer's has never encountered a human out of that tree. I've never even hunted it. This is the first time I've hunted it this year. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. You don't know how these big deer, they just know that there's something up. They have an instinct to survive, and it's an amazing creation. A trophy white-tailed deer it's just unprecedented how smart they are and how they survive. But we're about to go up and try to track this thing. I may have hit it in the heart. If I killed the deer, it's a heart shot. What I'm worried about is that I hit it too far forward. The sound of the video, though, it doesn't sound like I hit bone. So I'm a little encouraged. I'm also encouraged because I heard some crashing, but it's going to be interesting. So we're going to try to go see if I got lucky here. It's a 50-50 chance. Let's see if I hit the lottery. Well, it's the next day, as Sienna would say on her deer hunting video. We didn't have any luck looking for that buck last night. I took some friends in. We looked. We couldn't find blood. We couldn't find the arrow. We couldn't even find hair. But just dropped the kids off at school, and I'm headed to the woods to see if I can find some kind of sign. I at least want to find some evidence. I mean, I hit the deer well enough. I mean, you could hear the video, and I was far forward. I know I was far forward, but I don't think I got his shoulder. I'm wanting to believe that I hit him in the heart, but again, the arrow's in him, and it was dark, and it's hard to tell. So this daylight woods is gonna tell a totally different story, I'm hoping, than what last night did. So we'll see what happens. I can't believe I'm gonna sit here and video this and document this and somehow be laughing about it, because it's extremely disappointing. Like, if you're a bow hunter, you know, and here's the thing. I could have taken a firearm. I could have hunted with a muzzleloader yesterday, and just smoked that deer. But I've been wanting to kill another one with my bow. I'm a bow hunter, and when you're a bow hunter, you understand. I love to kill deer with my bow, and I really wanted to kill another mature deer with a compound bow, and I could have taken a crossbow and probably got a shot off earlier while he was making up his mind of whether or not to come to the corn. I couldn't do it with a compound. He was looking right at me, and I couldn't draw, and he was, he was quartering to me, shall I say, not looking right at me. I could have got a crossbow arrow in, I think, and got him. But, and of course, a gun, I'd have shot him, but this is just a testament to how smart, and I won't even say smart, because I don't think it's really intelligence. It's a instinct. It's an instinct to survive. Those deer, when I say those, I mean 4-year-old and older bucks, have a sixth sense. I've said it before. I always get tongue-tied when I say that. But there is definitely something different, something in the decision-making process for how those instincts and those thoughts, I guess deer have thoughts, whatever coding goes into the senses, or however the senses are decoded in a buck's brain, and for the different outcomes of its decision making. I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm rambling. I'm puzzled. I'm humbled. I can vividly remember clicking my release onto that loop after I had gotten that bow off the hook. I had hit record on the camera, had it aimed in a fairly wide pan, wide angle to the bait, and it was just like a done deal. Like, I didn't even get nervous when I saw that buck coming. I knew for certain he was going to come right to that bait and eat, and I was going to broadside him at 20 yards. And he just didn't follow the script. I mean, he just didn't. And oh, I don't know. Why? Why could he not just come to the bait? How did he know?